Hi, stay tuned for the latest Wisdom of Solomon, another gem from King Solomon's mind, brought to you by Mosey, the backup people. Tonight, heroes and hellholes.
Want to talk? So let's talk. Here. Talk. You want to talk? You got to talk. You need to talk. News talk.
I talk, you talk to Solomon. I talk, you talk to Solomon. Yeah, let's talk to Solomon. Talk to Solomon.
You got to talk. You want to talk.
Heroes and hellholes. I want you to imagine for just a moment. Imagine for just a moment a 6-year-old boy falling off the top of a 10-story building, because that's what happened. No one knows exactly what happened. The boy went out on the balcony, and somehow he went to the edge, and he was falling, and the police saw him, and before they could get there, he fell. 70 feet. 70 feet. Now, guess what? There was a guy who saw it. Many people saw it. This happened in Sweden, I believe it was. And this man caught that child. And that child survived. He still has some injuries, but not life-threatening injuries. And tell me, that's not a hero. Now, you may think, hey, catching a 6-year-old boy is no big whoop. A boy that's falling 70 feet, I don't know how fast he's going, but it has to be extremely fast. And that child, if that child would hit you, even though the child's not trying to do any harm, could easily kill you. But somehow he put himself in the position of a father, he was, and said, that child's not going to die while I'm here. Thank you. His name, by the way, Lars Gunderson. Thank you, Lars. You're a true hero. You really are. Now let's go to an 80-year-old man who was attacked by a 21-year-old guy who had just been out of prison a few hours. It seems that the guy got out of prison, this guy named Scott Lohr, and he didn't want to take a taxi, even though they gave him some money. He thought it would be easier to steal a car. So he tried a couple different cars, couldn't get them going. So he figured, well, this 80-year-old guy won't give me any crap. So he went up and said, give me your car keys. The guy said no, so he popped him in the face and broke his cheekbone. What happened next makes me warm all over. The 80-year-old guy said, you know what? If I'm going to go down, I'm going to go down fighting. So he kicked him as hard as he could in his brain, or actually his crotch, or maybe they're the same. And Scott got a new understanding of pain. So as he waddled away, like he was riding a horse, but the horse wasn't there, this guy called the police, and the police caught him crying as he was going down the street holding his intellect. Good for this guy. That's the way to do it. They didn't give his name, but you know what? He knows how to make it happen. Another hero.
I was going to say, Stan, this is just a generic picture of a man driving a car. We searched far and wide, but could not find the actual man.
That looks like an 80-year-old guy.
You know, imagine something like that, and then a violent assault, you know.
Folks, I want you to know something. That is Carl with the cap on. He borrowed it from Zach. Carl is, well, we'll just talk about that later. A North Carolina woman spent 19 hours in her car, which had been wrecked. And I'm sure she was praying. Well, her prayers were answered. They found her. And it was late at night when she first had the accident, but it was in the middle of the next day when some kids came upon her, and they called the police, and the lady is now in stable condition. Again, the police were out there looking. They weren't very far away. They found this woman. Folks, I like good stories, don't you? I like it where the good guys win. I like it where the vulnerable people are saved. I like it where the bad guys get kicked in the Obama. It all works for me. At any rate, heroes or hellholes.